do you think NXIVM is a cult? And if you do, why?
Well, I've thought about this a lot, Mike. I don't know if we have a consensus on what a cult is. Edgar Bronfman Sr., the father of the Seagram's heiresses, was maybe the first person to declare that he thinks NXIVM is a cult. And that appeared in a magazine article on the cover of Forbes magazine in October of 2003. And ever since then, they were trying to live down that idea of being a cult. Again, what is a cult? Do we have a consensus on what a cult is, Mike? How would you define a cult?
I look to the experts. I know my own experience of having investigated cults that deal primarily with religion, and the experts would say that there are many things that are cults. I mean, a love of the Green Bay Packers can be considered a cult. If you're wearing their clothing, you're buying things from them. It takes up all of your conversation. Mainstream religion in some people's minds would be cult behaviors. New religions would be considered cult behaviors. And the thing that I like so much about experts like Rick Ross or Janja Lalich is that they have helped us kind of fine tune that what we really need to do is focus on whether a cult or an organization is legitimate in what it does. It allows freedoms. It allows people to come and go, to speak openly about it. And then you have what they determined or called, and I really like this term, destructive cults, or those that become controlling. So maybe what I should do is kind of ask that question again. Frank, would you think that NXIVM is a destructive cult? And if so, why?
Well, NXIVM per se might not be a destructive cult. That is, if you were to simply judge it by its principles and by its teachings, in and of itself, it might not be destructive. It might even be benign. However, it's my belief that the leader of NXIVM, the founder, the man who guided every bit of it, he lived for the one pleasure in his life, which was to destroy other people's happiness. At one time, I think he was probably confused about his existence. He, I believe, thought he was just a sex addict. That is, that he must have sex constantly and ferociously and unceasingly with one partner after another. But I think that at some point he realized that that did not bring him happiness. In fact, it made him very tired. And then he found the little secret thrill that gave him his true meaning in life, which was to destroy the happiness of other individuals. And what better way to do that than to act like you are a benign force, that you are trying to guide people and make them better and use your incredible intelligence, which he has, and pretend to build up people and actually enslave them and ultimately ruin their lives. And if they stayed with him, he'd ruin their lives one way. If they tried to leave him, he would try to destroy them in another way. But his God-blessed talents that he got, his incredible intelligence, his ability to read humans like very few people on earth have the talent to do. And he used it to pretend to love them while secretly plotting their destruction.